Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to ever so amazing, sexy Sudden Strike. Welcome back. We'll be doing, continuing on with Hidden Stroke 2, an amazing game, not a mod, a game for Sudden Strike. Well, it's a game that made in Sudden Strike engine, Resource War engine, if I'm not mistaken. I usually am. And yeah, I'm mistaken because we don't have fuel. It seems to we don't have fuel. Okay, there you go. Now, Hidden Stroke 2, we are back. I had to redo the entire level to get to this similar point where I actually stopped. We do not have a patch installed, which means if there are bugs, if there are crashes, I blame on Fireglow. Anywho, though the game was not made by Fireglow, I'm just saying Fireglow. Anywho, last time stuff happened. This time we shall continue on with our amazing army of Ruskies. And of course, immediately we have a massive amount of infantry coming our way. Of course, as I said, the biggest flaw, if you will, in Hidden Stroke 2 is the infantry dies so easy. They cannot survive anything. Like 3 guys near each other, one freaking 122mm gun opens fire, all of them are dead. It would not happen in Sudden Strike 1 or 2. That's one of the the lower points of this game, sadly. But still an amazing game. And why I'm continuing on with this one specifically, not starting completely something new, this is much part 1 of sexy Sudden Strikes, Hidden Stroke 2. The original, of course, in description from original part 1, a let's play that I did of Hidden Stroke 2 on the description thingy. So anywho, so yeah, again, the bad thing is the infantry dies so easily in this game. You will lose them constantly to anything, and as per usual, again, this is a 1944 battle for Lublin, if I'm not mistaken. Now again, I chose this campaign specifically. They are Russians, awesome stuff. And secondly, why not continue from the why not continue from the similar point where I stopped the last time? The similar thing, we've taken most of the city anyway. Now we're just watching at some German with Mauser 98K just running around. Anyway, the third point, why am I doing this, is because I'm awesome. Fourth point is, I have no idea why. Fifth one, I'm just getting there. And sixth one, because the last 5 missions in this game, I think 5 missions in this game revolve around Berlin alone. So I'm expecting some really cool vistas, if you will, like amazing looking maps. I mean, these are already this is very first fucking map, guys. Look how big the motherfucker is. We already have movement coming down towards us on these locations and opening fire on my T-34-85. Run away if you can. I think artillery is opening fire. I don't think they're charging at us with tanks, as I don't think the enemy, not many tanks can actually go through this forested areas. Anywho, we have some infantry inside this building overlooking that area. We'll tell them to open fire. Why the hell not? Again, we do have the BA-10 with 45mm gun. We have seen it before. We know it now. Now again, most of my force is comprised of heavier tanks. Again, this is 1944. Getting to 1945 and then getting to 1948, and all the tanks are really amazing. T-34, we have one T-34-76, which is a flamethrower tank, Otto, and there he is with the flamethrower additional to the 76mm gun, of course. And we have the big KVs, 85s, that is, somewhere around some locations. We have a jeep with an officer, which is again the most important thing, of course. We need always officers to overlook certain areas. We do have a bunch of officers, but again, considering that they all die by like just the artillery shell drums, they killed 58 guys of mine just because they were kind of close to each other, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. But anyway, again, I'm continuing because this game is amazing. I said, you know what, I want to finish Hidden Stroke, at least one campaign for Hidden Stroke. Why not with Russians? Why the fudge not? Anywho, I already explained why I'm awesome like that. Anywho, we have the IS-2 tanks as a real good support. 122mm guns. These guys have range compared to anything the enemy has. The 88, I use them as for sniping most of the 88 millimeter, well, and 88 static guns, 88 millimeter static guns, that is. The Flak 88, that's the stuff. Now, the thing is, from all this rushing about, we lost, well, I lost a massive amount of men. Thankfully, we got a lot of trucks still with manly men inside, with a lot of Russians inside, a lot of riflemen. And the thing is, rifle rhinos is mostly Mosin again, not the beautiful semi-auto guns, just classical bolt action. And, oh my god, what are you shooting? Oh my god, ISU 122 attacks like an artillery gun, and I only have one. I did not know that. Usually the artillery guns have an additional slot here that you can just spam all around to utilize as a shortcut key. And my god, I have two of them. Oh my god, is that a third one? No, that's SU 100. We have the ISU 122. So the 122 actually do work as an artillery. That's the first time. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. For some reason, these bastards are actually coming towards us. Okay, are they actually trying to attack our part here? Is that even possible? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The motherfuckers are actually trying to be cool. And again, the problem is that they have more infantry. Probably they're trying to retaliate for me attacking all their bases, because all their bases now belong to me and only me. And I can see definitely going, wow, from which directions? Funny enough, like those directions. Why would you come from those directions? I already liberated most of them. But again, that's how it is. That's how it all works. And again, the problem is you have this many infantry, they will die. Stay there, thank you very much. Yeah, enemy with mortars. Of course we like those. Well, let's charge at these parts. Oh my god, we lose one of the trucks, it exploded. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Let's get them over here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, we have trucks, we have no need of these trucks. Turn to this location. Thank you very much. Go, go, go. And it seems I will have to just rush towards these positions because there are a lot of Germans with mortars, and not a good thing. They might even have the Panzerschrecks. I mean, this is again late war. I presume there are a lot of Panzerschrecks and the Panzerfaust infantry. I have noticed Panzerschreck infantry. Okay, as you can see, most of my are compromised with the PPTRDs, which are actually anti-tank riflemen. We have the classical Mosin against, and let me see, of course, some DP LMG guys, if you will, here. And that's about it. Of course, with the PPSH 41s as an additional sexy stuff. Fall back. Wow, wow, and wow. Unbelievable. Again, 88 Panther moving in like a boss. They did not kill anything at the moment from that, but we did see a King Tiger around this location. King Tiger annihilates most of your T-34-85s with one shot with an amazing 88 millimeter gun. Let me see, that's the 88 millimeter gun, and there it is. Also, let's grab the enemy static defense. Seize, and there goes the Panther right there. Have they done anything here? No, okay, they tried and they moved on. Okay, that's good. Again, we do have a lot of infantry left and right. I'm gonna try and maybe go through the woods, specifically this location, or do as much as possible. Just penetrate with infantry, hold this line, and move into the town. This might be a little bit problematic again, because not a lot of infantry, and we do have a lot of infantry, but the problem is they die by a dozen. If you truly have no sight towards the enemy, expect death, glory, and that's about it. Okay, so let's get back here, and again, I do have my 122s. My god, this is beautiful. I am actually kind of happy because they are our artillery also. So this is what I'm gonna be doing, moving all these beautiful things, because this is what I wanted to do, but we were interrupted by a massive amount of enemy units charging at us, and we lost a man inside. Now if you don't know what the silent strike is, don't watch this, move on. I'm not gonna explain it, I'm not gonna fucking explain that. Anywho, let's move our BA-10, and of course after this, who knows what we are to expect. Like the next mission might be the greatest mission of them all. That 88 is actually unmanned. Means that enemy doesn't care, but they have to have additional something. Something has been annihilating us here. Let's turn our attention. We have here a MG42 and the 88 flag with, of course, two nice ammo crates, which are beautiful. Look how beautiful they are. We do have this Jeep. The Jeep will move over here because he can. We lost a lot of men just charging in this little gap of Roja, and again the problem is we do not really see, and this is a cliff area, and that's why we can't really see into it. You know, problem arises that we have to be very careful. I believe that's the gist of this specific game, Hidden Stroke 2, the way they wanted to utilize the infantry, maybe, because they want to be maybe ultra careful with your infantry. Now, in previous games, in Soundstrike 1 and stuff like that, the infantry, you could have utilized infantry in many ways. Because, well, enemy can utilize them in many ways because they can just charge at you. And you would really lose most of your ground because of it. This is one of those prevalent things in Soundstrike 1, Soundstrike 2, where you can see a massive infantry, like a mass charge towards your position. You have good, like for instance, a very good strategic position, and yet all of that infantry just charging at you, and you lose the entirety of it because they don't die. They literally don't die. You know, I mean, they are dying, but they are much stronger than how they are here. So maybe that's an excuse as to why infantry in this game really dies. Maybe they went a little bit overboard with overly too much realistic, well, realism that is, in terms of infantry. Because again, there has to be a place for balance in between realism and gameplay. You know, like it has to be first and foremost fun for everyone. We get the BA-10, it seems we're not being attacked at all. Oh my god, we have the 122s who are actually amazingly beautiful weapons of mass destruction. I had an artillery observer which can call in artillery. And of course I lost him in, again in the same place I believe. I lost him on my Let's Play of this. So I'm just saying it is destiny for that bastard to die. Over there. Of course, we have some NKVD troops, and they actually carry a Molotov as a secondary, well, as a grenades. Instead of grenades, they get Molotovs, that is, and of course PPSH-41, and again the DP gun, the LM, as I love to sound, it's the machine gun. I like calling it the LMG budget, but yeah, machine gun, DP, and of course you all know the rest of it. I have some infantry inside some of these buildings. Actually, I have a mortar soldier 50mm inside a building, a wrong unit inside that building. Has no ammunition, of course. Why would it? Why would it have any ammunition? Okay, so 122s hopefully opening fire as soon as they can upon any possible enemy location that we uncover as we move in slowly but surely. And I'm gonna take time with this because, you know, I have to learn all this and all these units slowly but surely, know what the fudge I know what I'm using, but it's fun just taking your time and making this all go slow, because that's Silent Strike. What's the point of Silent Strike? You know, I don't know other multiplayer game out there. Fuck off. They have the MG42 there. I do not know another multiplayer game where your game might last for an hour and a half. Like Soundstrike 1, Soundstrike 2, Soundstrike 3. These games can really last, and they're really never boring, because again you have that, it has that certain je ne sais quoi, if you will, that special little thing that makes it unique in a huge chunk of World War games out there. A huge chunk even RTS games. But this is the king, that is the Southern Strike is the king. Specifically Southern Strike forever for me, at least. I love the feel of it, I just love everything about that. Okay, so we might get attacked now as we're getting close with the BA-10. We truly cannot see where the MG42 might be, but I will utilize one of our tanks to go with my infantry here. That's to be again, most of our tanks are T-34-85s, so what you see is mostly are T-34-85s. We have only few IS-2s and like 2 or 3 maybe KV-85s. Otherwise, they're all T-34s. I don't know, we have the 122s and the 100 SU-100s, but again, only few. Our numbers are usually just in terms of T-34-85s. Okay, we have of course that again. The beautiful thing is the attention to detail, and we can get our crewman out of the gas. The driver, get him out of there, and he will be like, you know what, I'm GTFOing out of here. That's again, I like that you can take enemy equipment. And do remember, I mean, South Strike 2 added that ability of utilizing enemy equipment like that. It wasn't in Southern Strike 1 that much. It wasn't as prevalent as in Southern Strike 2. I hope I don't die here though. I truly hope we don't die here. Yeah, it's over there somewhere. Oh, nice explosion, and kills the MG42 guy there. Of course, ammunition explodes and kills people. Then what I noticed, this beautiful little fire is very similar. Well, Southern Strike 3 has similar fire effects, and I do like that about Southern Strike 3. That is that it does try to carry over the look of Southern Strike 1. Just put it in 3D. Too bad the buildings are not high res. That's the only thing I really wish is high res texturing on the buildings, because they're really low res and they look ugly. Other than that, to me, I believe Southern Strike 3 is second best Southern Strike game after Southern Strike Forever, which is Southern Strike 1 with the expansion Forever, and then it's known as Southern Strike Forever. And of course, it's a nice name considering the situation the Southern Strike franchise is in, which is non-existent. It doesn't exist anymore. Fire Glow is gone, and that's just the gist of it. Okay, let's move slowly now. We do have infantry. We do have a lot of infantry. Let's prep them inside the buildings, whatever these things. A raw material storage building. Let's get into there. We have the fire station. We already have 2 men in there. Spread our love. We need the view. That's all there is to it. We need the view. We have some T-34-85s overlooking this area. Do remember, there's a King Tiger here and one-shot most of our things, which is not a good thing. We have yet to take this part. We're yet to take this part. Their artillery, which is amazing, because we do need this artillery. What are they? Howitzers, 150mm. Very important to know. Okay, I'm gonna move in with my riflemen. Get our SMG guys behind a little bit. Open a pure love towards the enemy. Do remember, we have the 122s now. As soon as they see something, they will open fire. They have a massive range, as we have seen already since the first time they start opening fire. That's just ridiculous, as you can see. Unbelievable. I did not expect that. I underestimated that bullshit. I was thinking 122 just for AT stuff, and that's it, like all other tanks. But no, I did not expect it to be an actual artillery piece for us, and I am very, very happy. I was like asking, I need 152s. I need some kind of artillery in this game that is actual artillery, and there you go. And here we have a KV-85, AP5, of course, millimeter gun, and of course the IS-2s. As you can see, the massive fucking barrel of that thing. It eats tigers. It eats goddamn tigers. Okay, I have positioned most of my men in most of these buildings. Let's get our machine gunner up front and get the these black guys. Of course, they are the NKVD people. And we had enemy inside that building and just lost all of men there, sadly. lost the machine gunner and the NKVD trooper, but that is okay. That meant, of course, oh wait, we did not lose the NKVD trooper. He entered, but thankfully, because we were close with our tanks, we opened fire immediately upon the enemy. That's how you can actually uncover, but thankfully on this massive map, you press M, and you can actually see the infantry positions, and I presume that's because they maybe opened fire, or we saw them move into these buildings. But usually, yes, you can see definitely a position where they are hiding in. I don't think we can truly see that on the minimap. Yeah, you can see that on the minimap, but press M, you can definitely see it on this big map, which is kind of cheaty, but I don't know why it's like that. So fudge that. So we have here one of them evil bastards. We have one man for that. Let's move in our tanks slowly but surely. Now that we have actually occupied and got rid of all the possible defenses on the upper northern part of the map, and their main defenses, if I may say so myself, what's left is not much, in all honesty. What's left is not much. On the bottom part specifically, where the train station is, where most of our troops are here, we have a little bit of a gap. We can move in and capture that crap, but first and foremost we have to make a line that will hold if enemy tries to do something unbelievably smart. Now again, those buildings, I would say it's preferable to destroy them, as they give an actual insight for the enemy towards your sides. I do think there is a massive amount of tanks in these certain locations, if I'm not mistaken. I do remember we had a massive fight around this location with a lot, and I mean a lot of enemy tanks there. Okay, let's see. Well, let's get over here with the T-34 KV-85 move in. Again, it's mostly about support, and that's it. And again, thankfully, do remember we have our commanders up. Otherwise, we'll be completely blind inside utilizing these tanks and moving into these urban areas. Again, we have the commanders up, and they can give you a nice insight towards the enemy, unless they get shot by a rifleman and you lose, and actually immediately I believe you mostly lose that commander, and there you go, one crewman down, and you have 3 crew if you want a full operational battle station of your T-34 or whatever other tank you really utilize. Okay, I was mistaken about this house. Maybe it's this house. Well, let's move in the small things. I would like the IS-2s. Yes, it was that house after all. Immediately opening fire by 2 T-34s. IS-2 moving in like a beast. And again, the nice thing is, just imagine when we do get to the Berlin, if we ever get to the Berlin maps, like just imagine the amount of destruction there are gonna be, like a huge urban battles with your tanks, the enemy tanks, and I can only imagine the amount of destruction there's gonna be. And I'm truly interested to see how it's gonna look. Sunstrike 1 and Sunstrike 2, specifically Sunstrike 1, if you look at certain maps, like they're supposed to be famous maps, like from, well, famous battles, Stalingrad for instance, perfect representation of how it doesn't look at all like Stalingrad in any way, like in any fucking way. And again, you know, like Sunstrike is not really known to have real historically accurate maps. But what Sunstrike is known, to me at least, is how fun their freaking things are. And there you go, you have the major. Now there are a bunch of different officers. Some have binoculars, some don't have binoculars. The question is, which one has binoculars? It's same on our side, it's same on all the sides. Everybody has a major, in a classical officer and all that. You have shot the German major, who might have been able to provide us with information. Well, oh yeah, this happened before. Yes, I do remember, but honestly, he was a bad guy, and that was the actual wow. Well, the thing is, I'm just saying here, he should have been in green or something, because he was in red and we could kill him anyway. Like, anybody could have killed him because he was in red. I do not know how they expect. They should position him somewhere in a building, capture, and not like he should be neutral. Like, what the fuck? Again, I believe I complained about that when I did my last few videos about that bullcrap, when that actually happened. And I'm like, holy crap. And you see, this happened, it happened again. Like, as I said, same for the artillery observer. Our artillery observer died in the same goddamn place like he died last time, I believe. Or maybe not. He maybe didn't die. Maybe I'm mistaken about it. But still, the major died in the same place he was before. So there you go. Yes, definitely no enemy tanks that I can notice, which is great, of course. Moving on. I'm gonna just, again, just position my tanks left and right. Let's get our units over here. Beautiful. Let's get a T-34 here, because I truly do want to keep moving through this location and at least controlling maybe possible enemy coming from these parts down this railroad, and maybe we can open fire from T-34 and lots of maybes, but we can open fire and destroy the enemy tank before they can really reach us. And a lot of enemy stuff moving in us, well, towards us, not really in us. That would be awkward. Moving our own stuff towards the enemy. And they have classical mortars, but which are usually like, I think, 80mm mortars for the evil Germans. I think something like that. I don't think we're gonna really feel the pain from the mortars. Thankfully, we have annihilated their artillery guns. So unless they were not the only ones. But yeah, as you can see, like, he does not even feel the damnable stuff. He doesn't even feel that thing. Let's move the T-34s that are in the back front with the KV-85 as a help. Let's move our soldiers. I want a beautiful sight from that building over here with the NKVD trooper. Let's get the, remember, rifleman can actually one-shot most of the troops, but that would be like anybody can one-shot in this game. Anyone, literally, compared to the previous game. But you have to be careful how you utilize riflemen. They can be nice substitute for snipers. Utilize officer and rifleman, and you get a fucking sniper. And it's just a beautiful, just that little fact is a really an amazing thing about Southern motherfucking Strike. You know, it's all about these little things that become big. You know, like, you know, utilize these few units to make one unit, literally. I never utilized medics in any of all Soundstrike except Soundstrike 3. Soundstrike 3 is the only game I ever utilized medics. In all others, I literally don't give two fucks about it. Okay, so this is what we have here. One Russian here doing absolutely nothing. Let's move our men now, support these beauties. Let's gonna get them inside. Again, this is a mortar, and you can actually now utilize infantry to take munition directly from the ammo crates, which is very nice. Okay, moving IS-2, move T-34, IS-2 over here in this street, T-34 over here. Again, things might be happening, that is, in terms they might be rushing us. I'm not actually noticing. Yes, they are. Oh my god, two Tigers, both disabled. They have no idea what's happening at all. I mean, hell's bells, they're not shooting at us. That means they do not have a sight towards it. They don't have an infantry looking at it, which is strange. Let's see. They should be able, if they have a lot of infantry around our position, like right here, I believe. And I think we have to kill all of them to actually free Lubin from the enemy control. Which the best way is put one of your infantrymen inside each building, and of course all your tanks will immediately open fire. We've already seen hundreds of freaking times. And as you can see, you know, like, yeah, but maybe your unit also dies. I don't know about that. I'm not so certain about that. Okay, we cannot enter, it would seem. Yes, maybe. Can you actually enter this tank? I can't believe they actually have a German soldier inside these tanks. Tanks, thank you very much indeed. Do they really? Yes, they do, but I have no idea how they actually enter the damnable thing. Well, doesn't matter, does it? We can force attack. and annihilate completely that thing, and that's exactly what we shall be doing. And there you go. Maybe I'm gonna waste T-34A5 instead of IS-2s, like fudge that. We do have ammunition though, but still, there you go. That's now under our control officially, without actually having enemies maybe getting towards our asses and seeing what that fudge is happening, and utilize their artillery to drop shells and, well, drop their awesome sexy bombs of awesome on us. That's how you should say it. But okay, we are actually now at the center of it all, which is important, of course, because we have to capture the entire Luban, I believe, like destroy every possible enemy. But now we'll have to concentrate on this location. We do have enough of infantry over here to do whatever we really want, and we have a dock police, but police, there you go, dock police. But I was thinking that was my man. I was like, really, we have a dock police? Really? Okay, we have our machine gunner moving up. Excellent. We do have an officer over here somewhere. There he is. He's gonna be to seem a little bit useless. I don't see any use for him at this location now. This was a hard fight over here, because just reaching this location here, I lost a huge chunk of infantry, just because of a few 88s here and then MGs and infantry in general. And I was so like, holy crap, I am fucked. If I lose too many infantry now, I won't be able to even take the city. But thankfully, they tend to give you from time to time more reinforcements. I haven't gotten a new reinforcement in a long time, mind you, but again, I had a lot of trucks that I wasted already, and now we have more trucks that we need to waste, which I'm totally fine with. But I truly want to check houses. Of course, we can see exactly which house, but it's much more, to me, it's much easier. Just put soldier inside, everybody open fires upon that damnable thing, and it's all good. Okay, we have our officer over here. We're gonna position him over here, so he can overlook maybe possible enemy areas beyond this river. Support with that infantry over there. Excellent. Beautiful. Okay, I would definitely say this specific part has no defenses whatsoever. Maybe, of course, a lot of infantry maybe inside buildings. We have some inside these on these platforms, whatever. But in general, I was expecting more of resistance in this one. I might be remembering wrong in this location. I know there was some stuff beyond the bridge of Khazad-dûm, but in this location, it would seem nothing to worry about. Let's get our officer there over here. There is one of these towers, a house, and probably a lot of stuff over there. I don't know if we can actually make pontoon bridges on any of these locations. We'll check that down the line as soon as we can, as soon as I'm actually in the mood to give a fudge about it. But we do have these land-lease vehicles, the M3s, which we can of course utilize to lure enemy gunfire maybe, or jeeps even. Why the fudge not? We have crew members inside these M3s, but the thing is, we really won't be needing, as I haven't taken one enemy vehicle. I have not even found one enemy vehicle to be decrewed. Most of them just explode because I touched them a little bit with my 122mm gun. I have no idea what's happening there, but okay, you know, what can you do? Now, you can't have everything. Okay, but definitely, maybe again, did I ever fix this bridge and get like a massive reinforcement? I believe I did something about that bridge. I think we can actually repair that bridge. If we repair that bridge, we might get some kind of a support. I don't know why would we get from that side, you know, considering from which side we are actually attacking with everything we have. But still, who knows? We'll try it. We'll try it definitely. And the explosion happens. Someone kills the jeep because they didn't like the jeep. I truly can't understand that. Not everybody likes jeeps. That was Gaz, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a jeep to demon. Okay, let's get our officer over here. Let's get our soldiers left and right, wherever really truly can. Let's try and secure this area. I did send the M3 over here. Excellent. Let's drop the crewmen, and you have a little bit more infantry than that location. Honestly, that side doesn't have a huge chunk of infantry. So get some of our tanks to this locale, and of course we have a lot of trucks, but truly I want to utilize all that infantry as a reserve for in case if everything goes to shite for us, and it usually does go like that for us. So hell's motherfucking bells. IS-2 over here behind the BA-10. Beautiful stuff. Infantry over here into the woods. Okay, nothing is happening any longer than it is. Okay, which is fine. It means we probably destroyed a lot of enemy stuff. As I said, there were King Tigers all around on these locations. Also, one thing about Hidden Stroke 2 also is destruction, like holes and all that, tends to totally disappear compared to Soundstrike 1 and Soundstrike 2 and Soundstrike 3. I don't know why that decision, honestly. I don't think there's going to be a massive lag if they kept it, but still, it's kind of a saddening thing because you can't really say, oh yeah, that's what happened in that location, oh yeah, this happened in that location. You can see the smudges and you can see the destruction and all that galore, and that's about it. But again, all this disappears after a while, unless I think it actually disappears because it can't have a huge amount of decals on the map, you know, in terms of this kind of shit happening all around. Okay, definitely nothing here. Might be something in the middle here. That's why we got fudged. Let's get the M3 over here. Something destroyed that. Gauze. I have no idea exactly what, but something definitely did destroy Gauze over here. And must be maybe from this location. Could be. Let's position the T-34 over here. Let's get our crewmen a little bit closer now. T-34, 76, and there you go. Something is happening. I believe our 122s are opening fire on possible targets, and that's it. I can't really see, to be honest, but I'm guessing that's what truly is happening. Just secure this bridge if if there's a chance the enemy might retaliate from that bridge. I don't remember that ever happening, but just for in case. So we have to capture the main city, and then we capture the airfield, and of course we have to position our hero units, Shukov, to actually on that airfield to really end the level, I believe. And here comes enemy overlooking us. Sad. Truly sad thing. I don't know where is all the German love going towards. That's not coming towards us, that's for sure, except that could be love. But doesn't matter. If they even try, they're gonna get annihilated. And I believe this watchtower is the thing of the future. No, there's our mothers. We have the Mother 2 and another something. Another something that always opening. It has a beautiful sight towards us. Getting one shot. We have a Stug 3 OMG 75mm right there. But we have a T-34 with bigger range, and disabling that thing. Of course, it's an SPG. Means we cannot really do anything as soon as he gets fudged in the tracks, and it's gonna be a GG from T-34 towards the Stug. Let's see if we can actually kill him, and he does. What I've also noticed is there are no survivors ever when you destroy an enemy vehicle or enemy tank compared to Southern Strike 2 or 1. Yes, 1 and 2. They have a chance. The crew actually has a chance of surviving an encounter with evil. I want to actually annihilate this tower. And there you go. As I say that, because we need a pure knowledge towards them, first and foremost, a pure sight, and to know that the enemy doesn't have any sight towards us. And that's it. Well, in general, just for them not to have any sight towards us, and I'm just fine with everything else. I mean, in general, we will have always sight towards them, as I do have a lot of stuff all around. But they are opening fire upon everything, it would seem. So I'm guessing this house has a lot to answer for. Okay, let's see. Drop my men up a little bit. Well, not really drop them up, but up them up a little bit and move in. Not a lot of ammunition. Uncertain T-34. We have really wasted a lot of ammunition fighting, but thankfully I have not yet encountered full low ammo on any of my tanks through the entirety of this mission. It's been a very long mission, of course, that's for sure, but OMG, I have not yet encountered low ammunition. I have not utilized my engineering vehicles whatsoever. Well, at least that's how it feels. I really didn't. I have not really utilized them in any capacity that you can say it was worth mentioning. Now there again, we'll check these little streets, these little squares. The enemy is definitely opening fire towards us. They do not like us. Okay, wow, holy shit. No wonder they're opening fire. We definitely know that the enemy does have something in this house, and we definitely know the enemy has something in these parts. Now just killing them would be a good freaking thing. Let's see. Yeah, right there, and again here. Let's drop you out, and let's see inside here. Yep, immediately everybody opening fire. I truly like that. Let's get inside these warehouses. No, nothing really. Okay, so definitely here, but we cannot enter this tank again. Well, fine. We will open fire upon it with everything that we have, which is absolutely nothing at the moment that I can really see. Here, yep. Well, we do have a lot of infantry, so we shall position them inside here. We do have 2 IS-2 tanks. We should go move them here. We have a lot of other things. Move them here. I'm yet to utilize SU-100 at all, like, holy crap, at all. But that's fine. I mean, I'm actually more just happy that I have the ISU-122s, and they're actually artillery guns for us, so... Open fire on that tank. I mean, 122, I would expect them to destroy that tank much faster than the damnable T-34s, and we already saw that, and it just doesn't feel right. I mean, we have actually 1 T-34 and 1 IS-2 opening fire on that tank. Excellent. That means they literally now have no view towards us. If they really even had any. That's the question, really. Did they really have any kind of view towards us? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Oh, look at that lob. Those motherfuckers. They know everything. Those motherfuckers. Well, I have the ISC-122s. I can open fire from a distance if I wanted to. I could open fire from the distance. Okay, so anyway guys, next time more love, more sex, more drugs, and finally taking and finishing maybe this mission for FASIZMU. Well, not in the next video because of the way I play, but in next 15 videos. I wish you the very best as always.